Some say the world will end in fire.
Hey guys, what's going on? Today, a little bit of a different thing here. I've done this a little while ago for my brother, but all in German, so that doesn't help a lot of people. And now my buddy Noogie is new to the game too. I made him come over here and he asked me, okay, like, what do I need to do in order to get better gear? And well, since I'm doing this for the second time now, I figured I might as well do this properly in English and show what's going on. So, first thing that is of importance to know is right here. It's on the Horde side. On the Alliance side, you'll have to find the fella as well. He's just in the main city there. You'll always find them with a transmogrifier do this in this entrance. You want to fly in here and find the whatever he's called. This guy here, Zorvan, where you can change gold resources or honor for the reroll tokens. They're called your Seal of War-Torn Fate. So whenever you kill a raid boss or the end of dungeon boss, you can reroll and hope for another end or just an item overall. So that's an important one to know. Second, we'll go down here to the war table. Two things right here, and again on the Alliance side. Our ship of where you travel to the different areas is here. Here's the key, and here's the table. On the Alliance side, it's pretty much the same thing. It's right in front of the boat. So this is where you can do a couple of things here. When they're up, there are it's either the Stromguard or the Darkshore battle. You can sign up and get a couple of pieces of gear for the heroic version of Stromguard. I believe it's 430 and the normal it's maybe 370. For Darkshore it's a little bit more interesting. The heroic version is 460 and I think it's 400 or 430 for the other version. Can't tell you right now. When it's up, it's definitely worth doing them when you're not in the in the specific level ranges there. For the heroic version, you actually have to find a group before you go in. The normal battle, you can just like the PvP random finder or the dungeon finder. You can just sign up for the heroic version. You just go into dungeon raids pre-made group. I believe it's custom. Find a group, search for heroic, which isn't up right now, and you'll find them popping up there. Just apply and go in. At the same time, just like Stromguard and Darkshore, they're alternating with a little bit of space in between the teams. Other factions need to contribute certain things, and then it opens up. It takes a little bit of time, but yeah, at the same time, there are portals here which bring you to alternating week by week world bosses as well. One is in Darkshore. Up here, currently not there, and the other one is in the Arathi Highlands. Just port over. It has the same mechanism as any other world boss. You go close to the area, sign up for the group, and then go kill. I think the Arathi Highlands one drops 355 eye level, and I was the Frost Lord, I believe is 4, maybe 415, I think 400 in Darkshore. So Darkshore overall, if it's just a portal or if it's the war table, are a bit more lucrative. So there are a few world bosses all around, and they give varying degrees of gear. Where's this fella here? I just saw him. So just one on the normal. It's either on in Zuldazar, in Zandalar, sorry, or in Kultiras. Just gotta find the fella and then fly over. I'm pretty sure I haven't killed him. Here he is. I believe he gives 355 gear, and then there's also one in Najatar once you have figured that out. I'm gonna say 415 high level gear. Maybe 430. But yeah, you'll figure it out. It's another world boss again if you're not in this range. If you're over 445, none of this kind of stuff is going to matter too much to you. But yeah, a couple of world bosses that you can head out. Another way, of course, to get the gear is just to do normal dungeons and then heroic dungeons. They drop eye level 400 and I believe maybe even 415. gear, and then the LFG raids, they only drop 430 gear. So that was one thing that was relatively quickly not useful to me anymore. The next thing here, while I keep flying around, is the world quests. So if you go down here, you'll see certain items have just gear assigned to them. Here's a 410. I think it goes up to 420. I'm item level 464, so I don't think it goes higher than 420, which is only semi-interesting. These pieces here, but down here it cycles through as well, and you don't always get gear, so it might take a while to get specific pieces that you would like. These guys here go up to 445, and important to note here is that if you're in a certain eye level range and you have a piece down here that you can get, so there's a gear offered for the specific reward, and you have a couple of world quests in here that give you a better item level for the specific items as you currently have. Do these ones first because it's very dynamic. If these pieces here bring you to a higher item level, these rewards will also jump up if you pass that certain threshold for this one to go up. So it happened to me a few times when leveling up. You know, I did a couple of these quests here, got a couple items, and then this one automatically jumped up as well. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is, or are rather, the corrupted, I don't know, attack sites. We've seen this kind of mechanic before. Certain areas look a little bit different and they're under attack. Every week there are going to be two, and they're always the same two areas. One is here in Uldum. You see them indicated by this purple row, and you know, there's usually an eye in the middle. I've done the quests already, where you see that you can still collect the rewards. It's basically kind of like an experience bar that you have to fill up by killing mobs and doing certain pieces or certain things, and then at the end of that you get a reward, a nice cache, which might have a 445 item in there. So there's one in Uldum always every week, and one is in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Each week, either here or in Uldum, there's also a raid boss, basically same mechanic. Just go there, sign up for a group here through the quest interface, and they also have a chance to drop 445 item level. While we're here, all right, you get to the Vale, Stormwind, as well as Orgrimmar, and you get to Uldum just through either Kultiras or Zandalar, and there's a portal to Silithus where also Magni is, which is this little section here, and there's also a portal. Where is it here? Goes back to Zuldazar, which brings us to the next bit, which is the Chamber of Heart. So this is just part of your quest series that gets you into this area, into the cloak. So the cloak is the point that we're going to talk about here. It's just a bunch of scenarios where you get the cloak. It'll give you a starting point of eye level 470, and then, as you will find out as well, you do these horrific visions, which are terrible in my mind, but it's a grind fest where you can get the cloak up to level 500, which also increases your corruption resistance, as you see there, which then it goes a little bit deeper than what I want to talk about today, but then you can get corrupted items where the cloak helps you to reduce the negative effects. Yeah, so here is another mechanism to get. First of all, you do want the cloak, and then you can upgrade the cloak a little bit higher as well. At the same time, your neck piece, which this table is for, I'm not super stacked here, but just doing normal things, anything from quest to PvP to anything else really, will increase the level of your Heart of Azeroth as well. Lastly, PvP for the noob like me. Conquest points for winning battlegrounds and doing arena and that kind of stuff. You get conquest points, and at the end of it, I think the very first reward is always 440. and then the consecutive rewards are 445. So it's worth kind of keeping up with that as well. The specific piece of gear cycles, it's chest, wrist, head, trinkets, that kind of stuff. It goes basically yeah, completion after completion, and if you're starting just now, you can, I think, just continue with filling this up for as long as you want to until you're caught up, which is several weeks and months. So I don't think you'll hit a hard stop at this time. So do that. From PvP you also get, as you can see here, 425 gear sometimes. Yeah, very quickly that gets old as well. But there are a couple of other things which I have still open here. Oops, if you go here, there's a brawl. If you win a brawl, it's called something different. If you just go into a brawl, you get this crest automatically. You get another 430 item level gear. And then there are other things. If there's time walking weeks, you get, like for example, Pandaria or whatever. You do some old dungeons. If you do 5 of them, then you get a 460 level item level gear, I believe. And yeah, so that is it in a nutshell. If you're just a fresh 120, don't really know where to start and all the things that there are to do to get better gear, I hope this helps you. And if you have any questions, do let me know below. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, again, hope this helps. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.